Today's workout is workout number 2 from my postpartum butt lift plan. We're going to work on rebuilding, strengthening, and reshaping your glutes after baby. All you need is a mat. Let's get started. Hey mamas, welcome to part 2 of our postpartum butt lift series where we work to rebuild and strengthen and re-sculpt our glutes post-baby. So we're gonna get started with our resistance band. If you want one, you can also do it with your body weight. Let's come down onto the floor. We're gonna work from the floor for all these exercises today, so make sure you have a nice mat. We're gonna come into a quadruped position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips for a hydrant. So you're gonna lift that front leg, keeping it bent. Knee comes out to the side and then straight down. Let's repeat that. Knee comes out to the side and then straight down. So as you move that leg, you want to keep everything else stable, pressing into the floor. And you want to make sure you're not leaning into that opposite hip. You want to stay square to the floor with your hips and shoulders. You can flex or point your foot in the leg that's moving. And you want to get your knee as high as possible, again, without compensating or collapsing into that opposite side. So you want to use your core, zipping up, pulling that belly button in toward your spine, pressing out of your hands so you can activate those deep core muscles well. And again, it's not about how many you do here. We're always working for timed intervals. It's about control. Last one. And rest. Okay, we are gonna move to the other side. Same exercise, so I'm gonna turn around, show you from this angle. Reset that posture, and here we go. I like to breathe out as I bring my leg up. By breathing out at the most intense part of the exercise, it helps me and most people engage our abdominal as well. And then you can kind of relax at the bottom. And again, you want to move with control on the way up and on the way down in this movement. Don't just like jerk your leg up there to try to get it done as fast as possible, because that's going to shortcut and cheat the muscles out of their work. So we want to make sure everything is working in unison. So that's the core, the glutes, the back, the legs, all of it is working in unison to complete the movement properly. Last one. Okay, rest here for a second. We're going to move on to our forearm for a clam. So elbow is under your shoulder at 90 degrees. Heels together, knees forward, hips in line with heels. We lift up, open the legs, close the legs, and then drop the hip lightly down. Let's do that again. So we go up, open, close, light tap on the floor. We want to press out of that forearm gently. Drive the hips up, leading with that bottom hip. So you can really feel that underside of your waist, your glutes working here. Of course, it's all about the glutes, but we're also working obliques, those deep core and pelvic floor muscles with this one. A great one to do postpartum, and again, you can always lose the band here if you find any of these are getting too intense for where you're at. Last one. Good work. Okay, we're gonna stay on this side, and this time we're gonna come up and pulse for the full interval. So this one's gonna be pretty intense. Take your time, do what you gotta do. Let's go. Up, pulse, and open. So we're keeping those knees open the whole time and just doing a little pulse out and in. Since we're staying on the same side, you're gonna feel your waist, your shoulder, your glute, everything start to burn here. So don't be afraid if you need to. You can always put your hip down. But do you see how I'm still lifted? I'm not collapsing into my waist. I'm still lifted through my waistline. I'm still pressing out of my arm so my shoulder is away from my ear. You don't want to start to collapse into that shoulder. So this is a great place to be if you need a break or just for the entire interval if it's too intense. And again, you can always lose that band. That will definitely make it more achievable. 3, 2, 1. Good work, you guys. Okay, we're gonna move to the other side and repeat that circuit with the clam lifts first. So elbow 90 degrees, hips, ankles, heels together. We lift, open, close, and lightly tap. Again, leading with the underside of the waist, zipping up through that core, belly button to spine. And again, when you drop that hip, really control, don't just let it fall to the floor. We want to focus on pressing out of the arm effectively, using that waistline to lift so we're not just feeling it in the shoulder, right? We want the core, the glutes to be doing the brunt of the work. The arm is just for support. Although you will feel a little bit in that shoulder, especially because we're staying on the same side for almost 2 minutes. And rest, okay, you know what's coming. The pulses, so do you want the band? Do you want to stay up or stay down like this with that waistline lifted? Choose, and let's go. Open and pulse. And again, even if you pick an option, you can always change it halfway through. You're the one in charge here. I'm just telling you, I'm giving you options, but you're still in control. Listen to your body. Even for someone who's not postpartum, this would still be an intense workout, but especially if you are postpartum, had a baby recently like I did, it's gonna be intense. But give yourself time. People are always at different spots. Even someone else who had a baby the same day as me is gonna be maybe more advanced or less, but that doesn't matter. It's all about respecting where you're at in your fitness journey, especially if you have had a baby recently and all the things that come with that. Last one, tried to fill the time there by talking, did it work? We're gonna move to our hands and knees to that quadruped position for a scorpion lift. So we're gonna take the front leg, kick it up and back, and then drop it just about an inch or two. Kick it up, drop, drop. So it's a tiny little pulse here. We're driving through that heel, foot is flexed here, so you can really work that hamstring. Hips and shoulders square to the floor. Again, like that hydrant, I don't want you to open up. I don't want you to lean into the opposite hip. Now your goal is to push that foot up as high as you can without extending the legs. So you want to keep it bent, and that's going to keep that pressure in the hamstring, the glute, the back. Whew, it's getting tough here. We're nearing the end of the workout though, so stay with me, it'll be worth it. Keep that core braced, keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, good work. Whew. We're gonna move to the same thing, other side. I'm gonna flip around and show you this angle. Reset, heel flexed, and pulse it. I can already tell for me this side is gonna be harder. It's usually the second side you work that's harder. That's why I say sometimes it's good to change up the side. If you have one side you always tend to start with, switch it up, because the second side, you're gonna be a little bit more fatigued. Almost there, you guys. This workout, again, is intense, but it's only 10 minutes, so I try to give you the most bang for your buck in 10 minutes. And the glutes are the biggest muscle in our core, so if we want to strengthen our butt, our core, it's all connected, our back, we really got to put those glutes to work. 5 seconds left. Whew, nice. Okay, moving to a glute ham lift. So we're gonna come down onto our stomach here. Take our knees wide, heels together. Head rests on your hands. We're gonna drive the heels up to the ceiling and then down. So keeping the head down, we just lift the legs. Keeping, again, just like that scorpion lift, your legs bent, your heels together, your feet flexed. And that's gonna allow your hamstrings and your glutes to do the work here now. It's pretty intense with the band, so if you find it's too intense, just go ahead and lose the band, and that works just fine without it. And your goal is to not move your upper body, like when you're lifting your legs, try to keep that head down and chest pressing into the floor. But again, your legs can lift as high as you want. Of course, it's probably not gonna be significantly high, but that's okay. We want to work on using that back body to do the lifting here. Almost there. Rest. Okay, moving on to the same thing. This time we're going to add a pulse. So, heels together. We're going to take it up and pulse it for the 50 seconds. You ready? Let's do it. It's our last one here. Breathe. You can also, you don't have to look forward like I was. You can look straight down. Such a good back strengthening exercise, great for your posture. I'm not taking my head totally down since I'm talking, I want you to hear me, but you can just go ahead and rest it totally down. I know, we're finishing hard, so if you need to, take some more breaks. Do what you need to do to get through this last 15 seconds. That's all we got. Come on. Last 5 seconds, we got this. Rest. Whew. Push it back, take that band off. There you have it, our postpartum butt lift series done. So let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to check out my other postpartum ab workouts. I've got ones for C-section, for diastasis recti, for pelvic floor repair. Let me know what you think, and I will see you back here for our next workout together.